Welcome to my channel Next Hustle.
This isn't a get-rich-quick scheme. It's not about luck or guessing what will sell. This is a step-by-step, proven method that you can apply to your Etsy shop, whether you are a beginner or already have experience selling online. By the end of this video, you'll understand the product selection, listing optimization, marketing strategy, and sales tactics that turned a single item into a 5-figure month. Step 1. Finding the right product. The first step is choosing the product that will sell. Many Etsy sellers make the mistake of picking items based on what they personally like or what they think is trendy, but the key is demand. You want a product that people are actively searching for, but that isn't overly saturated. Here's how I found my product. I started by browsing Etsy's search bar and checking the autocomplete suggestions. For example, typing wall art or planner shows the most common search terms that buyers are using. Then, I cross-referenced those terms on tools like eRank and Marmalade to check the competition, monthly search volume, and pricing trends. I was looking for a product with high demand, low to medium competition, and a price point where I could make a solid profit. That's how I narrowed it down to the one item that eventually made me $10,000 in a single month. Step 2. Product research and validation. Once I had an idea, I needed to validate it. This step is crucial because it prevents wasting time and money on something that won't sell. I looked at the top-selling items in the same category and analyzed them carefully. How many reviews did they have? What was their pricing? How were their listings structured? What photos were they using? I also checked social media platforms like Pinterest and Instagram to see if the product was trending or had viral potential. This gave me confidence that people were not just searching for it, they were buying it. Step 3. Creating a unique product. The next step is making your product stand out. On Etsy, competition is fierce, and buyers are always looking for something unique. You can't just copy what's already selling, you need a twist, an improvement, or an aesthetic difference that gives people a reason to choose you. For my product, I added subtle design variations, premium materials, and personalized options. Personalization is huge on Etsy because it allows buyers to feel that the product is tailored specifically for them. By offering customization, I instantly made my product more appealing than generic options. Step 4. Crafting the perfect listing. Once the product was ready, I focused on optimizing my Etsy listing. A great product is useless if your listing doesn't convert. Here's what I did. Title optimization. I included the main keyword buyers are searching for at the start of the title, followed by secondary keywords. For example, custom minimalist wall art, personalized quote print, modern home decor. Description. I wrote a detailed, persuasive description that highlighted the benefits, features, and customization options. I also used bullet points for readability and included a call to action like, order yours today and add a personal touch to your home. Tags and keywords. Etsy allows up to 13 tags. I used all of them with high-ranking, relevant keywords. Tools like eRank helped me find tags with high search volume and low competition. Photos and mock-ups. I invested in high-quality photos, including lifestyle images that show the product in use, close-ups to highlight detail, and a few with text overlays to showcase key selling points. This combination of keyword research, copywriting, and visuals made my listing irresistible. Step 5. Pricing strategy. Pricing can make or break your Etsy sales. I calculated my cost of goods, time spent, and desired profit margin, and then compared it to similar products in the market. I priced slightly higher than generic competitors because of the added value, premium materials, customization, and better presentation. Buyers are willing to pay more if they perceive higher quality, and the higher price also gave me room for promotions and discounts without losing profit. Step 6. Marketing your product. Even with a perfect listing, traffic is critical. I used multiple marketing strategies to drive buyers to my product. Etsy ads. I started small with Etsy ads, targeting my main keywords. I closely monitored the cost per click and adjusted my budget to maximize ROI. Social media. Pinterest was especially effective because people search there for home decor and gifts. I created pins with high-quality visuals and linked directly to my Etsy listing. Email marketing. I collected emails through a freebie related to my niche and sent targeted campaigns promoting my product. This combination of paid and organic traffic ensured a steady flow of buyers throughout the month. Step 7. Customer experience. Once sales started coming in, I focused on creating an amazing customer experience. Happy customers leave reviews, and reviews drive more sales. Shipped products quickly and included handwritten thank you notes. Offered clear communication about customization requests. Followed up with customers after delivery to ensure satisfaction. This attention to detail generated positive reviews, which boosted my listing in Etsy's algorithm and created social proof for new buyers. Step 8. Scaling the product. After seeing initial success, I scaled the product. Scaling doesn't mean flooding Etsy with thousands of listings, it means increasing ad spend strategically on high-performing keywords. Expanding product variations to appeal to different customer preferences. Using customer feedback to improve and tweak the product. By scaling carefully, I turned a simple listing into a consistent revenue stream that brought in $10,000 in just 1 month. Step 9. The role of analytics. I constantly monitored Etsy analytics to understand traffic sources, conversion rates, and sales trends. Analytics helped me identify which keywords were driving sales, which ads were profitable, and which customer segments were most engaged. For example, I noticed that personalized options were converting better than standard designs. This insight allowed me to adjust my inventory and marketing focus to maximize profits. Step 10. Common mistakes to avoid. Many Etsy sellers fail because they make simple mistakes. Here's what I avoided: ignoring SEO. Without proper keyword optimization, no one finds your product. Poor product presentation, low quality photos or generic descriptions kill conversions. Not investing in marketing, relying solely on Etsy's search algorithm limits growth. Neglecting customer service, bad reviews can destroy credibility and sales. By avoiding these mistakes, I stayed ahead of the competition. Step 11. Tips for beginners. If you're new to Etsy, here's my advice: start with one product and perfect it before adding more. Research trends but focus on evergreen products that sell year-round. Take professional photos, images sell better than words alone. Engage with your audience through social media and email. Track performance and be ready to pivot if something isn't working. Consistency and attention to detail are what separates successful Etsy sellers from the rest. Step 12. Mindset and persistence. Finally, success on Etsy isn't just strategy, it's mindset. Many beginners give up after a few weeks because they don't see instant results. But building a profitable Etsy shop takes patience, learning, and persistence. Even with one product, you can make significant income if you focus on quality over quantity. Optimize listings and marketing continually. Treat your shop like a small business, not a hobby. With this mindset, making $10,000 in a month isn't just possible, it's repeatable.
Thanks for watching video, subscribe channel, like, share with friends.